Hello everybody, welcome back to Match of the Day. Here we have another match from yesterday's Sealed. It's a Jeskai, well, it's a blue-red splashing some white removal basically. So this was a pretty decent hand, nothing too spectacular, but Thunderhead Gunner is sensational. Like, I really like that card. It does a lot against you. It does a lot for you. Yeah, we have that, a removal, and you know, the dragon is a little late, but we draw some lands, we'll get to cast it. Here we just start our engines really nicely with the vehicle and the flying dude. Here our opponent decides to trade. I think it's not a bad decision. You know that guy is good at wiping your whole board, but you need to build up to it, so I don't think it's such a bad idea to trade here for him. So our opponent's playing some sort of Sultai. Sultai is blue, black, green. Okay, so Transmage is nice. We can get one of our two expensive vehicles. Well, playing the Gunner is also good, and you just don't activate it this turn. It is unfortunate to leave it, you know, to play it without activating on the turn that you play, but I mean, why would I discard any of this? And I like spending all my mana here, so, and I also like baiting the removal, just because as much as I like the shark, I think making room for the dragon also works. And if in this case he doesn't have removal, he's gonna go fish for it. No pun intended. Alright, so here I guess we'll play the dragon. Probably not saddle it. Just we can safely attack with the shark and the dragon here. So, game 1 was pretty straightforward. I really like the way I sideboarded here. I like taking out early drops on the draw. It's a little counterintuitive, but a lot of times just blocking doesn't work because they have a trick, or they don't attack, or they have a better threat. So something like Gilded Goda on the draw, I do devaluate a bit, or quite a bit, and so here I put the Keen Buccaneers in, or I was thinking about it. Yeah, so on the draw, the idea is I want to go a little bigger. I'm gonna I'll go also a lot looser with my mana base, so maybe less lands, cards ratio, you know, maybe splash a little more. So here we're gonna splash some black. It's really tempting to splash the Gearhulk, but I decided against it. But those two cards are still pretty good, and you have the removal, of course. I also put in the streaking oil border, some more flying. So, and I did end up putting the Buccaneers in. Like, Buccaneers is kind of what you want against other Buccaneers, especially on the draw. Discarding is gonna be easy, and activating, if you're not under pressure, is gonna be easy as well. So obviously a little crazy with the mana. 1843, which is 1843 is a little lower land to card ratio than 1740. So that's just something I like, you know. It is in a way easier to get flooded on the draw, and you get punished less for having less lands, if that makes any sense. Gray mold, because there wasn't too much meat to that hand. This one's much better. Obviously the colors are all over the place, but I have early removal and early threat. You know, if I get a blue land, great. If I get a white land, great. That's kind of the way I think about it, honestly. So we get our engine going. It's not really any problem of killing the little guy next turn, because, you know, mostly he won't be able to activate it for a mana. So here we kill this guy, and we attack, and everything's going well. Obviously, we need a lot of different colors, but yeah, especially blue, like white. White is not as urgent, even though I have 2 white cards in my hand. Would be awesome, of course, but it's just at a different level of urgency. So actually I decided to attack here, I just remembered here. That's not a bad trade, actually. I think I would make that trade most of the time. I just felt it's kind of a defensive play, if that makes any sense. Like, for him it looks like aggressive, sort of, but it's more of a defensive play to slow him down a bit. And yeah, just finally we get our Buccaneer. We still need, you know, a white land. Now we do need it, but we also need like removal for the, yeah, we also need removal for the Warren, and now for that guy, for the Merfolk. Yeah, those green cards that have reach, man, they are awesome. Like this guy and the 6/6 that gains for life, I mean, they are pretty much just bombs, honestly. But here there's no damage in activating activating this guy right now beforehand. I'm probably discarding the vehicle, of course. Shark's a great draw. We get to attack. Obviously, if he blocks, we kill the merfolk, not the vehicle. And okay, it's starting to look a little rough. He gets another 4/4, so we're basically on a 2-turn clock. Thankfully we get to kill the vehicle, I mean the 4/4 vehicle, but there's a lot coming at us right now. Thankfully my opponent is out of cards, but yeah. So the interaction between Verbose Host and Thunderhead Gunner is insane, obviously. Get to just draw 3 cards, well 4 cards really, every turn. Yeah, so what we need to do here is stabilize and set up that interaction somewhat at the same time, which is not gonna be easy. This was a pretty difficult decision. So here I decided, because my opponent is out of cards, and I do need to set up a bunch of big turns. I decided to play the Gunner here. It's super risky, but I am pretty much dead to a lot, so obviously no harm attacking. We get our speed, our full speed counter, which is very nice. And so here I play the Gunner, and yeah, this is super interesting. And I choose to discard the dragon as well, because I don't think I have enough time to race. You could keep the dragon to kill the merfolk, but the tempo doesn't add up. Like what I need right now is just lands and removal, lands and removal. Just play a land each turn, kill something every turn, play some blockers, and pray that he doesn't get anything crazy. So yeah, we were sad to see the big guy go, but had to happen. We played land, obviously, and I don't know what my opponent drew here. I was super scared of him just drawing a land, because then the worm gets gigantic. I don't know what he drew. Maybe he drew a come into play tapped land or something. But okay, here he's gonna draw 1,000,000 cards, of course. But you know what, we're alive, so we just hope that he drew 4 lands or something like that. And so here's where here we need to start just hitting everything basically. So the first order of business is playing our host. Because we really need to draw a bunch of cards. And okay, so not great, we just drew, more lands. So we kill the 4/4 guy, and we just hope that something works out. I mean, he just drew 1,000,000 cards, but... And so this is another super interesting decision. I was gonna double block, but like really, if the shark dies, like I can survive a couple of turns, but I really think I need to just draw 1,000,000 cards and some removal and just just play control. So I decided to chump, which I think it was a great decision. I was kind of proud of that decision. And yeah, we survive another turn, and whenever this happens and you know, you survive the first turn, you survive the second turn, then you start getting your hopes up, obviously. Another removal is amazing. We don't have the mana to play both, which is incredibly annoying. So we just have to pray again. We're gonna gain 2 life in theory from this guy, but yeah. We just hope he doesn't attack with much and we get to kill something. Hopefully the big boy. And so here it miraculously works. I don't know what he drew. He must have drawn not so great, because, you know, he has 6 cards in hand. So at this point I was still in the, you know what, I'm gonna lose, but I'm gonna lose with style mindset. But here he just didn't have anything, and, you know, no removal for the shark and no trick. Maybe he just drew a bunch of small creatures. That's super annoying sometimes when you're in this kind of situation, because, you know, you draw a bunch of, I don't know, 3 drops and, you know, they're not as strong, and you kind of need to finish the guy off really quickly. So yeah, this was wild. It's pretty wild. Yeah, this was a pretty wild game. So he just, yeah, I don't know what he drew, man, because he just chooses to exhaust the flyer, and now I'm feeling really hopeful, right? I mean, okay, that's one of the things he drew. That's scary again, obviously. So again here, kind of the same idea when we discarded the dragon, like, you know, a 5-drop that can't attack and can't trade is not gonna do us any favors. And, you know, sometimes you get into the trap of like, oh, I'll discard a land because I'll draw a land anyway. Never works. You always end up drawing like the best cards, and you need 1 more land to play them. So I wasn't gonna discard the land, because I really need those 9 mana to work. And so that's obviously amazing draw, like sensational draw, right? We get to kill the second Mourn, and we can get even more card advantage next turn, and we have a backup blocker for the flyer. So yeah, at this point things are really looking up. Obviously that removal was insane. I thought about playing on the network for the live game, but I just think, you know, my mindset is pretty simple. Just more cards, more lands, play everything, and hope he doesn't have a finisher. And that's kind of what happened this game. Spoiler alert, I guess, but no, I mean, I really liked this game. I was kind of proud of it when I was done. You know, it's not like I played anything crazy. I did have a couple of precise decisions, discarding the dragon, I think, and the chump blocking. But other than that, I think it's just, you know, he had some terrible draws, and thankfully I didn't give up and had some precise play. And that's how you win a lot of games. Speaking of precise play, here I did not play precisely. Yeah, I forgot about it, because so there I should have sack the enchantment right away, but I'm actually playing without an end stop right now because I'm just a little slow and I just end up freaking, you know, timing out every time. So I mean, I end up running out of time too much, so I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna play without the end stop, and if I forget some triggers, that's on me, but I just can't keep losing on time. And I'm still gonna be slow, like, it's gonna happen, so, you know, those little stops really across turns, like, they really build up and they really eat your time away. Still, I mean, if I wouldn't have won this game, for example, like, I would have been 1-1 with like a 4-minute deficit or something, so, you know, that's something I don't do that well, but whatever. Just a little note on stops. But anyway, so here it's kind of a beautiful thing, because the Haunted Hell Ride is really our win condition here, and it's pretty cool. And we got the other vehicle, like, we need to play the other vehicle because the Reckless Velocitor is gonna give him trample, so it's that trample plus the Death Touch that we need. We don't need to play the Velocitor right away. Yeah, so here I also think it was somewhat good, like somewhat precise. I decided to play Haunted Network and the 3-3 vehicle here, because next turn we can just play the combo, you know, the Velocitor and the Haunted Hell Ride, and that's gonna give my guy here +2 attack and Death Touch and Trample, which is pretty much what we need to win. And yeah, so our comeback just keeps getting more and more real with each turn. And we also have the 2 damage from the enchantment that I forgot to activate. And so here we go, he has that diversion unit, flyer, and so here it comes. So if he can't, okay, let's see what, okay, we get another land, very nice. Obviously we're still we're now getting a little close to you know, decking out, so we gotta be a little careful. So here I do like spending some time. Sometimes I spend too much time, and we already talked about this, I'm a little slow, but it's not a bad instinct to just make sure you try to finish the game off as precisely as possible. So here we have 7, 10, 11 mana, or just 10 if we're gonna play the Tranquil Cove. So yeah, I mean, it's just Hellride, Velocitor, attack, and probably play Transit Mage, maybe? You know, get that vehicle that gives artifacts +2/+2. So yeah, just like we talked about, so he goes to 3, I play the Transit Mage, get Salvation Engine. I didn't activate the Shark this turn just because I don't wanna, you know, I'm drawing 2 cards a turn and exiling 1, so I'm really now in a dangerous zone, so I don't want to keep drawing cards now. Okay, so here looks pretty good. We have instant removal, So I decided to play the Salvation engine and attack with the flyers as well. He can block the flyers, but he has to chump both of them because I'm gonna kill the 3/5. And yeah, that was a pretty cool comeback. I really like these kinds of games because I don't know, I really like the way I think about Magic in general is like there's a little bit of I don't know, like some sort of emotional training, if that makes any sense. Like like any sport is humbling, you know what I mean? But some sports, like something like Magic, is humbling in a very particular way because you can lose in so many ways and you can also like win in so many ways. And like, so yeah, I mean, this is kind of just another win, or it would be just another loss, but it's kind of the way they happen and like the way you fight against your own luck, I guess, and against what's happening is kind of, I don't know, I think it's a cool thing. Let me know what you think about that. I like thinking about those kind of things. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, if you're still watching. And I'll see you tomorrow for another match of the day.